Our series of interviews with the candidates for mayor continues this morning. There's been a lot of attention on a crowded Democratic side of the ballot. Currently, 10 candidates seeking the party's nomination, including Mayor Adams, though it's been rumored that he could run as an independent if he does not secure the nomination. On the other side of the ballot, we have a familiar face who has received the Republican Party's endorsement. Canarsie native Guardian Angels founder Curtis Sliwa, again pursuing the mayor's office. He is in studio with us this morning. Welcome back to the program.
Well, it's great. It's my birthday today.
Happy birthday. Thank you.
I'm 71 years old, and it gives you a chance to sort of look back and all the things that I have to be thankful for. You know, at Beth Israel Hospital, which treated me when I came under a gang attack from the Gambinos and Gaudis. I was shot 5 times in 1992. My son, as you know, Anthony, who very bravely, Governor Patterson, his stepdad, saved him from a vicious gang beating. You think of all these things.
Well, so why does a guy who's turning 71 want to jump into a mayor's race that could leave you in office for 4 or 8 years?
Pat, when I was here 4 years ago, did I not warn you about Eric Adams? Did I not tell you that this myth that was created, that he would be the new face of the Democratic Party, a moderate Democrat, and would bring order to the chaos of the de Blasio years, would not be true? And now people are saying, well, you were right. I say, yet, are we going to continue to make the same mistakes? There are a series of issues that are affecting our city as a result of his inabilities and his constant consumption of having to deal with all of his time to protect himself from charges about corruption, that we have to get back on path. And I'm the person to do that. Look, I'm the guy who rides the subways. I'm the person who's out with the people. Last night, with 1,000 residents at Kingsborough College who don't want a shelter in Sheepshead Bay and Gravesend. They want affordable housing. Even my adversaries, liberals, progressives, the Democratic Socialists, we all want affordable housing. We don't want more shelters. And when you do a bait and switch, as was done in that neighborhood on Avenue U, and you say, we're going to give you affordable housing, and then you put a shelter in, you enrage people. And that has to stop. We need affordable housing. I think everybody agrees on that.
Is Eric Adams your competition? Is Andrew Cuomo your competition? Is a candidate from the left like Zoran Mamdani your competition? Who are you going after here in this campaign?
I'm not going after anybody because they're going to have a very spirited ranked choice voting affair that will determine who their candidate is. And if you're a student of history here in New York City, you realize this probably will be like 1977, where you had 4 candidates. You had Ed Koch, the Democrat, Mario Cuomo, the liberal, Roy Goodman, the Republican, and Barry Farber, the talk show host, conservative. 1969, John Lindsay was rejected by the Republicans for a second term. Pretty much what the Democrats are doing to Eric Adams. He ran on the liberal line of Alex Rose and David Dubinsky. He rode it to victory. He wasn't supposed to win. So I think you're going to have 4 in the general. Curtis Sliwa, the Republican, maybe Andrew Cuomo, the Democrat, Zoran Mamdani, or maybe Brad Lander, who will be the Working Families Party, because they hate Cuomo, and rightfully so, and Eric Adams as the John Lindsay Independent. And it'll be a spirited general election.
What, all those other candidates aside, what's your message to voters?
My message is, look at the guy who's grown up in New York City, who represents many of the interests of the outer boroughs. As I mentioned, the primary issue, many people say, well, your law and order, Curtis, your quality of life. Absolutely. And it's at a low in terms of the ability of people to get around and feel safe. Nobody out there in any of the neighborhoods in the 5 boroughs feels safe. But we have to push for the affordable housing. The cost of living here is so extreme, and that you have to come together with everybody. You can't, there's no I and me solution. You can't be pretentious like Cuomo. You can't say, well, I'm the guy, I'm the leader. I stood with some of my adversaries in downtown Brooklyn on Sunday with the families of the 15,000 who died as a result of his executive order on March 25th of 2020. He's cold-hearted. He never apologizes. He's the reason that we're in a lot of the mess that we are now, when he fled as governor because he feared impeachment and indictment in Albany.
Don't you think when New Yorkers see Sean Duffy, for example, going after subway safety, don't real New Yorkers look at that and say, this is some guy who doesn't live here, who is sending this message about the city going to hell, There are problems in New York City, but it's not as bad as what they're portraying.
Pat, nobody knows more about the subways than me. Even my adversaries would say that. I'm down in the subways, and this is who I feel for. The homeless, the emotionally disturbed every day. You know, my father and mother said, there by the grace of God go you. These people need dignity. They need privacy. I've seen them cry as they're sleeping on the subways. Are you going to tell me that this administration, whether it's Governor Hochul, Adams, or previously Cuomo and de Blasio, cares anything about these people?
I'm not telling you it's not a problem. I'm just saying that there are those who don't have a stake in New York City that are making it into a different problem.
No, I think what they're asking for is be real. Nobody feels safe in the subway. Just, are you cooking the books? We all know they're cooking the books about crimes in the subway. Women, you realize how women are under siege? How many men come up to them and are perving on them on a regular basis? There are no arrests. You don't see that in the stats. This isn't about stats. This is about the reality of how you feel. I want to be compassionate, right? Take the emotionally disturbed, care for them. Give the homeless dignity, the privacy that they deserve. We're not doing that. Now, we did it for the migrants. Why can't we do it for our own? And none of these officials who are in power now or before have addressed this issue. I live with these people. I feel for these people. On my birthday today, the 71st of my life, I think of what my dad and my mom said. There by the grace of God go you. They deserve affordable housing, privacy, and dignity, and we're not giving that to our fellow citizens.
Curtis, I think we'll be seeing a lot more of you in the next few months. Thank you for coming in this morning as we talk about the campaign.
Have me back a lot more, Pat.
Well, you'll be here. We got it. We're going to continue our conversations with the candidates for mayor as this week continues. Zelnor Myrie scheduled to join us tomorrow. And on Friday, Zoran Mamdani. We continue to firm up the schedule for interviews with the other candidates. Andrew Cuomo's team has verbally agreed. We're still trying to get a date on the calendar for that. We have reached out to Mayor Adams, still waiting to hear back from his team. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more stories in your communities, click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV for the latest news and weather updates every 10 minutes and more. We'll see you then.